Okay, so we have our peach and molasses barbecue sauce for my daughter here in Connecticut, and my other daughter in LA, she's somewhat of a foodie. Her and her boyfriend have requested a peach with ginger barbecue sauce. So I'm just going to take that, almost the same thing, and I'll just add a couple of different ingredients and it'll completely change this sauce. And both of my daughters will have what they like. So again, it's the same thing. We're just going to take the peach. Don't have to be too precise in your cuts. Just just get them pretty small, but don't really worry too much about perfect dices. Gonna go with this one. Do the same thing, just like the onion. Very quickly. So, there. Again, you always try to make sure that your knife is very sharp, otherwise you're just going to crush the peach. And a dull knife is very dangerous. You want it to be able to just go right through whatever you're cutting. You don't want to have it slide off, and that's the way you get injured. So we'll take just a little bit of this fresh ginger. I'm going to take some of that skin off. And this ginger is very fibrous, so it's something that you really have to cut very small. You can actually just slice it, and you can either smash it, which will break up some of those fibers, or you can just make sure that you slice it really, really well. So just to speed up the cutting, just take the side of your knife, lay it on there, and it'll actually just crush it, and it'll release some of the juices from that. And make sure you have a little extra ginger just in case that happens. So that'll break up the fibers a bit. And then you still need to just make sure you chop it up real small. Ginger's pretty spicy too, so don't go too overboard with the ginger. That's why you also want to make sure that you get it chopped up pretty fine. You get a piece of ginger, you bite into a piece of raw ginger, it'll burn like a jalapeno. So you want to get it chopped up fine so it'll actually be incorporated throughout the sauce, and you're not going to bite into a chunk of ginger. That should do it. And we're going to get this on the fire again. Just a little bit of oil just to coat the bottom of the pan. Again, as I had mentioned before, you want to get the pot hot before you put the oil in, but this is something that is really not going to get a long cook time. So I just did that really quick like that. This is something that's going to cook as the other one did, just a couple of minutes. Okay, keep the area nice and clean. All right, so I'm going to check on our coffee and bourbon barbecue sauce. You can see it's starting to get a little bit thicker. It's still probably going to need another 5-10 minutes at the most. and that'll be ready to go. And these
Grab the spoon. You can just use that because you don't.